No, we are not going to load a class with so much of code that it gets overloaded. Overloading means something else. Let's look at it in this module. The objective of this module is to learn what is method overloading and what is constructor overloading. Let's start with method overloading. Method overloading is a process where two or more methods can be defined in the same class with the same name, provided that their parameter declarations are different. Such methods are called overloaded methods. It is one of the ways polymorphism is supported in Java. Now there's an obvious question. If methods have the same name, how does Java determine which method to invoke? Java decides the method to be invoked depending on either or both of the below, the type of the arguments and the number of the arguments. The return type of overloaded methods is not looked at even if it is different in the methods. So this is a program which illustrates method overloading. The method test is overloaded 4 times. Version 1 takes no parameters. Version 2 takes an int parameter. Version 3 takes 2 int parameters. Version 4 takes a double parameter. Note that the first 3 methods have a return type of void and the fourth method has a return type of double. But the return type is of no significance in the context of overloading. It is just the name of the method and the parameter list. Below code snippet shows how the methods of overload class are invoked. An instance of overload is created. Then we use the dot operator to invoke the first version of the test method, the second version of the test method by passing in an int literal, the third version of the test method by passing in 2 int literals, and the fourth version of the test method by passing a double literal. When an overloaded method is called, Java looks for a match between the arguments used to call the method and the method's parameters. But why would someone have methods with the same name? There could be instances when we want the same behavior from the methods for different type of parameters. Below is an excerpt from a string class in Java. In the string class, there is a method value of for every data type. The purpose of these methods is to convert every data type into a string representation. If not for overloading, we would have to write the method names like value of boolean, value of char, value of char array, value of char array with offset, value of double, and so on. Overloading comes to the rescue and provides a cleaner approach to method naming. In this version of the overload class, test method which takes an integer parameter is removed. We create an instance of the overload class and invoke the test method by passing in an integer literal. Since the class does not define a method test which takes an integer parameter, will that cause an error? No. Java looks for a test method which takes an int parameter. It does not find it. It looks for something close and it finds the test method which takes a double literal in this case. Java automatically converts the integer argument into a double and invokes the test which takes a double parameter. Java will employ its automatic type conversion only if no exact match is found. Constructor overloading. Constructors, like normal methods, can also be overloaded. In this program, we have a parameterized constructor. So will the below line create an object of rectangle? We are trying to create an instance of a rectangle by using a constructor which does not take in any parameters. No, it will result in a compilation error. The constructor rectangle with no params is undefined. But what if you simply wanted a rectangle and set the dimensions later? What if you wanted to initialize a square just by initializing one value and that will be used for both the dimensions? Well, in that case, we can overload the constructors to achieve this. In this program, we see three overloaded constructors. Version 1, constructor with no parameters. Version 2, constructor with one parameter. Version 3, constructor with two parameters. We can instantiate the corresponding objects by using their respective constructors. The first case, we use the default constructor, which does not take in any parameters. We create a rectangle instance of it. Then we create a square by passing just a single argument. Then we create a rectangle 2 instance by passing in two int literals. And when we invoke their corresponding area methods, the output will be 0, 900, 20,000 respectively. As we can see, the proper overloaded constructor is called based upon the parameters specified when new is executed. Also note that if we have a parameterized constructor, the default constructor is not automatically added. The default constructor is the constructor which does not take in any parameters and is added automatically by the compiler when there is no parameterized constructor. The moment we add a parameterized constructor, this is also expected to be added by the programmer. To summarize, we have learned that overloading means that more than one method or constructor with the same name can be defined, but with different parameters or type of parameters. Overloading applies to methods and constructors. It is a type of polymorphism. The correct method or the constructor is determined at the compile time.